Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at how do people from your past feel about you now. So before we get started with your pile selection, I want to give a quick shout out to my sponsor, Keen. So this is how my best friend almost ruined my relationship. It started with a missed call from Emily on my boyfriend Kyle's phone at a weird time. Then I saw a missed call from Kyle on Emily's phone as well. I wondered why they'd call each other while I'm at work. My heart raced. I trust them, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. I felt uneasy about Emily before. A year ago, I noticed how she and Kyle seemed to click, sharing jokes and glances that made me uncomfortable. Once I even caught Emily smiling at a message from Kyle, and when I asked him about it, he said it was private. I just dismissed it as paranoia due to my trust issues, but the doubt lingered. The new incident made my old suspicions resurface. Kyle became more secretive, always on his phone, which was unusual for him, and Emily started cancelling plans last minute, which wasn't like her. Everything seemed off and my anxiety grew. I confronted Kyle about the call, but he brushed it off as a mistake. But when I asked Emily, she said she didn't even remember calling at all. Their vague answers made me even more anxious. I needed to know the truth, so that's when I decided to consult with a tarot reader from Keen. I browsed Keen's website, searching for the right psychic for my situation. I found one specializing in relationship readings with great reviews. But it was her energy that caught my attention, so I decided to consult with her, hoping she could reveal the truth. I explained my fears and asked for clarity. As she began typing, I just felt a gnawing anxiety, fearing the truth I might hear. She told me the cards speak of betrayal, and my stomach dropped. Then she added, but they also speak of celebration, a union of hearts. Confused and frustrated, I asked, what does that mean? Her vagueness felt like torture. The truth lies in what you choose to see. The betrayal may not be what you think. Sometimes the heart sees what it fears, not what is real, she responded. I left the chat more confused than ever. Over the next few days, her words echoed in my mind, turning every interaction with Kyle and Emily into something sinister. The final straw came when I saw Kyle and Emily together at a coffee shop, speaking in hushed tones. They didn't see me, but I saw enough to confirm the worst. I left in tears. Back home, I felt broken. How could they betray me? But as I paced around, the tarot reader's words returned to me. Celebration? Union of hearts? Could there be another explanation? The next day, I decided to confront them. I know something's going on, I blurted out. Just tell me the truth. Kyle and Emily exchanged a glance, then smiled. We were going to tell you tonight, Emily said softly. Tell me what? I demanded. Kyle pulled out a small velvet box. We've been planning a special anniversary surprise for you. Our 3-year anniversary is next month. Emily helped me because you trust her taste more than mine. My mind reeled as everything fell into place. The strange calls, the secret meetings, the cryptic conversations. It was all for me. I felt a flood of relief and guilt. The tarot reader's words made sense now. The betrayal was actually my own mistrust, twisted by my fears. I hugged them both, tears streaming down my face as the weight of doubt lifted. They've been planning something beautiful for me, not against me. So I realized that sometimes trust means choosing to see love, even when fear blinds you. I hope you enjoyed that little nugget of my personal life, and if you've had thoughts about something you need clarity on, Keen connects you with talented psychics, tarot readers, and astrologers, available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can get a reading whenever it suits you. Just create an account and you'll be able to choose from the hundreds of readers who are online right now. Each reader has unique gifts and specialties, so whether you need insights on love, career, or life in general, they can provide deeper understanding and guidance.
Choose whichever reader best suits you, and you'll be able to connect with them via phone call or text chat. It's always best to get a personal psychic reading if you'd like more accurate information on your situation, because it is directed only to your energies. Now, here's your chance to get a personalized reading from Keen. As a new customer on Keen, you can try your first 5 minutes for only $1. Go to trykeen.com/psychic-siren-tarot or click the link in my description box below to receive a discount on your first reading. Thank you, Keen, for bringing this partnership opportunity and for sponsoring today's video. That's trykeen.com/psychic-siren-tarot or click the link in my description box below to get your own personalized reading today at a huge discount.
So getting back to your pile selection, for pile number 1, we have the crystal Red Jasper. For pile number 2, we have blue Apatite. And for pile number 3, we have flower Agate. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever one you are most drawn to. So hopefully by now you have picked a pile for yourself. If not, you can pause the video. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose this Red Jasper crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how do people from your past feel about you now. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. So your card is trust the timing with trust the wave you came on in. Time is not running out. If you find yourself resonating with these messages, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please find my email address in the description box below. So in your reading today, we'll focus on your oracle cards first, and then after that, we'll take a look at tarot. So let's go ahead and shuffle your cards. Spirit guides of pile number 1. Spirit guides of pile number 1. How do people from their past feel about them now? So we have portal with doors are opening, you decide rewards, and wild card. We have breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Then we have you're not for everyone, embrace your weirdness, face your true north. And we have wait, it's not yet time, things are being woven, with you're not alone at the back of the deck. Okay, so what Spirit is showing me in terms of how people feel from your past about you now? A lot of the times you'll have people from your past actually miss you. And I'm getting that through multiple cards we have here. I mean, we have trusted timing, time is not running out, which makes me think of them almost like feeling secretly like they miss you. Like, maybe time's not running out. Maybe time will allow us to kind of come together again. Even here with the portal card and doors are opening. This card kind of represents a sense of like impatience where you want it to happen right now. And with wait, it kind of feels like they're still waiting for you to come back into their life where they believe, whether you feel this way or not, they believe that your time together is not yet over. So we see that through multiple cards here, and that's what I'm first going to mention. I see that they often reminisce back to your memories together and often look back on the times you had together and the kind of person they were back then. They feel as though they have grown a lot since the last time you were around each other. And so some people from your past maybe regret things that went down between the two of you, where it's like, I wouldn't act that way right now. I'm grown now, like I've grown up. I've learned some things along the way of my journey, and I wouldn't react or act that same way with someone right now. So I kind of regret how I dealt with things in the past as maybe the younger version of myself or the more immature version of myself, and I could have handled that better. So some people from your past feel like a sense of guilt and regret, like I could have handled certain things with pile number one better. And I just saw the angel number 333, so that represents growth and support, where even if you had beef with some people from your past, even if you had bad moments with them, they feel as though they've kind of let go of that right now. It's been a long time. They're not holding on to any sort of sour feelings towards you anymore. At least that's what I'm getting for now. And they feel like they've grown where they no longer would act that way or speak that way or do things the same way they did before. And so there is a sense of like, I wish we could have met later on in my life where I've grown already instead of back then when I was the more immature version of myself. So I don't think that's for everybody, but for those that resonate with that thing of like, you had beef with certain people or had certain things that happened that you didn't enjoy, weren't pleasant experiences. I will say, again, a lot of people from your past are waiting for something to happen to bring you back together. However, what Spirit is showing me, although their feelings are good towards you and they miss you, Spirit is showing me they were only coming into your life for a season and they're not meant to be in your life in the future. So if you wanted certain people from your past to come back and you felt the same way, maybe there is an ending to that, because what Spirit is showing me is what once fit no longer fits. So Spirit is showing me an example of a plug, like an actual plug where you charge your phone and everything. And this plug doesn't fit anymore. It's like it doesn't fit anymore. You can try force it, it doesn't fit. I don't know if you've ever seen that before. But what Spirit is showing me is that. So maybe at the point you are right now, it just doesn't fit into your life anymore. Like, even if you wanted certain people from your past back, it wouldn't fit into your life. You've both grown in separate directions, that even if they feel they miss you, they wouldn't be able to connect with you the same way they did before. And I just received a notification, so I'm going to take that as confirmation. And, even if you still feel like you miss certain people from your past, maybe it's for the best that things have ended. Because I do see new people coming into your life, and I do see Spirit wanting you to focus on newness instead of old paradigms. Because you've also grown a lot, pile number one, and they see that. So people from your past also feel like you've grown, and they wonder what type of person you are right now. There's a lot of feelings of curiosity here and intrigue, and kind of like a suspense of not knowing if there will ever be a reconciliation or a re-meeting up, if that makes sense. But what I will say is a lot of these people from your past wish they could either get a second chance with you or wish they could kind of get not necessarily a second chance if nothing happened, but like a second chance at being friends with you, if that makes sense. Even if it's not like you giving them a second chance. I hope that makes sense. I also see that some people from your past focus on a lot of the memories you had together. Like I said, there's a lot of reminiscing here. And some of them feel a little bit more lonelier now. They do have people around them, but it kind of feels like as they've grown up, they have less people around them than they had before. So, for example, Spirit's taking me back to school, where it's kind of easier making friends at school because you're around these people every day. But once you grow up, it's kind of like it's harder to gain new friendships and maintain friendships because our lives are so busy. And so I see some of them kind of like thinking about that and reminiscing back to childhood memories, like your childhood friends, things like that. And it's 2:22 on the clock. So your childhood friends from the past feel as though, you were part of their life for a reason and you were meant to be part of their life at that phase in their life. And they often miss the memories and look back at it and smile to themselves. Some of the people from your past now have children of their own, and so it's a lot different to how it was back then, when you were younger, of course. Going back to the feeling of regret, from some of the people from your past, I feel like for some of you, I'm tapping into your childhood energies now, or just school in general or college, like your adolescent years, okay? And I feel like I'm picking up on people that maybe treated you harshly or bullied you. And I see that a lot of them look back at it now and regret what they had done. And they look at themselves and they don't act like that right now. But then they kind of look back at it and they feel sorry for you. They feel bad for you that they kind of just took their anger out on you. And if they could tell you something to your face, they'd apologize for how they treated you when you were younger, if you were bullied or just treated unfairly by others your age. And they would tell you that, I'm sorry, I kind of like took out my anger on you. I had a lot of things going on at home within my own childhood, and you were just that kind of person I took it out on. So, this is not to excuse their behavior, but Spirit is just kind of showing me their backstory and their side of the story. Yet, it still doesn't excuse what they did to you if you were bullied, and your feelings towards that are valid no matter what. Some people from your past feel like, you're not part of their tribe, like their true soul family. I can't find a better wording to use if they're not spiritual, but I hope you get what I mean. Like you're not part of who they're meant to be around because you're just in different journeys of your life. So some people from your past have accepted that, you're now out of their life where they're not really, sometimes they reminisce, but they're not really like actively trying to come back into your life because maybe you're in different phases of your life right now. You're you're in different journeys right now where you wouldn't be able to relate to each other is what I'm hearing. But what I am hearing from Spirit is most people from your past would like to reconnect with you. So just some people that feel this way. Some people from your past feel like whenever they think of you, they go into thought loops. So basically how Spirit is showing this is to me is like, when you start ruminating on something, one thought starts and then a whole thought loop starts where you can't get out of that thought loop and you're stuck going in circles thinking about the same thing, ruminating on it. So some people ruminate about you. I don't know if that's a feeling, but that's what Spirit's showing me, where once they go down that rabbit hole, that train of thought, you're kind of stuck in their mind the whole day. I do also see a sense of social media. I do see that a lot of people from your past have checked up on your social media, some stalk your social media actively, where once they start thinking about you, they can't stop checking. Every 5 minutes, checking your social media, checking, maybe even on fake accounts. But that's not every person from your past. That's just people that are a little bit more obsessed about you. Like I'm picking up on one or two or three people from your past, just depending on the person watching, like a few people that are obsessed with you still to this day. But then some people kind of just go up to your page out of curiosity on social media to check where you are in life right now. And it's not like they're stalking your account. So I'd say there's a few people that are feeling obsessed. And then there's more people from your past that are more so curious about where you are at right now and the person you are today. A lot of people from your past see you right now as like very interesting. They always saw you as very cool. Like, I'm hearing cool girl, cool guy. Like, they've always just seen you as so cool and interesting, and something about you took their breath away. Some people from your past, though, feel like you sort of drained them a little bit. Why is that, Spirit? Let me just find out more about this before I shuffle more. Okay, these are the types of people, not everybody from your past, but like maybe a few people that feel like you drained them because they felt like they had to share everything with you. So what Spirit is showing me is, let's say we have somebody from our past that is not really a friend, but Spirit is showing me an example of, my mom's friends with your mom, so we have to kind of hang out together, but we're not really friends. Spirit is showing me an example like that, where it's like your mom says you have to share this with me, so now you are sharing it with me because you have to. So I'm picking up on like a vibe like that, or a friend that was maybe very selfish that didn't like sharing. But maybe you were somebody that always shared with your friends, and so they felt as though they were expected to share with you. I don't really get how that's draining because they could have set boundaries, but oh well, that's what I'm seeing. That's their perspective. Okay. Spirit guides of pile number 1. How do people from their past feel about them right now? So we have the Fool in the reverse. So I'm feeling this weird sensation in my ear as I'm in this energy of people from your past. And when I first started your reading, it felt like there was this pressure on my left ear, it kind of felt sore. And I didn't feel like this before the reading. And now I'm feeling a ringing in that same exact ear. So I do feel like that represents like hearing. So maybe people from your past are hearing things about you, where some people are jealous of you, envious of you and where you are right now. That's why my ear started hurting. And with the ringing in the ear, a lot of people from your past still speak about you and still hear about you from others to this day. Some people don't want to hear about you and kind of like want to block off all thought to you. Because maybe they still have certain feelings towards you or like envy. But I don't know if these people are close. Like this envious energy I'm now picking up on, it's a separate energy that I'm feeling, where it's like, you're doing better than me right now. And I thought that I was going to be doing better than you. So it's like an ego competitive thing. But it's a different energy, a different person I'm picking up on. We have the Queen of Wands reversed. So this is a card of insecurity. So some people from your past feel insecure by how many doors have opened for you, by how many opportunities have come into your life. Maybe even the person you are today. Because I'm even hearing glow up for some of you, or, you just look very attractive right now. And there's just something about being insecure, either to do with your looks. Maybe they think you look better than them right now. Maybe they're jealous of the family you have, the financial situation you have, the things you have physically and financially. Maybe they're jealous or envious of, your joy, whatever it is. It's like some people from your past that are envious and in competition, and like a competitive energy. They feel insecure whenever your name gets brought up or whenever they hear about you or see something about you, because they feel like you're doing better than them. Okay? That's just their perception. So some of you may put names and faces to this energy I just described. And some of you had very competitive ex-friends that you were kind of suspicious of, where you were kind of like sussing them out, thinking like, do you secretly hate me but want to be friends with me? I'm feeling a frenemy frenemy energy from Queen of Wands reversed. And some of them could have like acted up around you, but done it like so discreetly where nobody could like call it out, if that makes sense. When somebody says something to you that is kind of like disrespectful. It has like a disrespectful undertone to it, but their words come across as kind when you look at it from the surface and from the outside. But then behind the scenes, you can tell there's sort of like a subtext of, you know, poking jabs at you, being jealous, being competitive, yet only you can see that. So if you had to call it out, people would look at you at like, are you making this shit up? Sorry for my language, but I don't know if any of you have ever experienced that with certain frenemies, but that's the energy I'm picking up on, like subtle digs, it's like a subtle energy that you can't necessarily call out. But the reason why they were a frenemy to you in the first place is because they were insecure around you. You triggered a lot of feelings of insecurity for them back when you were friends with them, but also now. So we have the King of Pentacles. So, yeah, there's something about your work. You know, people from your past perceive it as you're doing really well right now when it comes to your work. Some people from your past that weren't necessarily close to you kind of just feel neutral about you, where they're not necessarily feeling anything, but kind of are like happy for your success and happy in terms of who you turned out to be. Um, like for example, this could be people you went to school or college with, or people you just knew in the past but you weren't close to them, where or like people you worked with in the past where they can see that you're doing really well right now in your life, especially career-wise. You seem to be very serious about your goals, and so they kind of look at you as if you're so grounded and you're so serious about what you do career-wise, and you're going to make it somewhere. And they're kind of impressed by you. I don't know if impressed is a feeling, but that's the word I'm getting. They're impressed by you, some people from your past, and they feel sort of grounded but neutral about you, if that makes sense. Yeah, so you even have the Six of Wands, which is a card of success. So a lot of people from your past perceive you as, you know, having success of your own within your career and finances, whether that is true or not, or your life just looks very happy and like successful in some way, like you really got somewhere well in maybe your relationships with family, whatever it is. Maybe some of you have kids right now. Whatever it is, it just seems like you're doing really well in your life right now. And then we also have the Two of Cups, and I heard happy wife, happy life. So something about that's coming through. But with the Two of Cups, I feel like there are still people from your past you were close to that still have love for you from afar. Some of them are waiting to come back into your life, like I said before, yet some people just like kind of love you from afar and are hoping that, you know, you will get a chance to see each other again, have a new beginning together, but they're also not obsessing over it. Some people. So some people are kind of like, you know, I really want a chance to be friends with pile number one again, or, you know, meet them again in some way, bump into them again. Whereas others are like, I would like that, but I'm not going to force it. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it happens, it happens. A lot of people from your past that don't have any bad feelings towards you feel very happy for where you are right now, feel excited for the journey you're taking in life, feel excited to see where your journey is going to take you next. And they just see you as like really happy right now. That's the word I keep getting, happiness. Okay, so this is what I have for you right now. These are how the people from your past feel about you. So I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay, so before I end off, I know I said bye, but when I was looking at the Queen of Wands reverse as I was about to end, I started hearing the song by Charlie X. I think it's called Girl So Confusing. So go listen to that song if you feel drawn to when I mentioned frenemy energy. That's what it's related to. So yeah, this is your reading. See you next time. Bye. Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this blue apatite crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how do people from your past feel about you now. Please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you find yourself resonating with these messages and you'd like to stay up to date with what I post daily, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please find my email address in the description box below. So your card is Earth School with life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. Earth School makes me think of younger years, school, college. So I might be tapping into certain people from there or just from your younger years in general, but we'll see what other cards you get. We're going to focus on your oracle cards first and then your tarot cards. So I am hearing Drake's songs in my mind, not a specific song of his, but like Drake kind of reminds me of emotions and like being very in your feelings, because that's how his music is kind of portrayed to the world. Like he's kind of like in his feelings in his songs. So maybe a lot of people from your past feel as though no matter how long it's been between the two of you, they're still in their feels about you, whatever that is. That's what I see. I'm also seeing the angel number 444. So know that you are spiritually protected when it comes to people from your past that maybe don't have the best intentions towards you. I don't know what that means exactly, but let's get your cards to see the bigger picture. So spirit guides of pile number 2. Spirit guides of pile number 2. How do people from their past feel about them now? We have cracked open. What did I say? This is a card of rock bottom. Surrendered to the alchemy of life. Like some people literally feel sad and emotional about you. I don't know why. Let's get more info. We have forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. I see. We have water your garden with nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. And we have all paths lead home with inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. And we have the empathy card at the back of the deck. So what I'm seeing here so far is, with me mentioning the angel number 444 and protection and the Earth School card, this makes me think of maybe you being energetically protected from people from your past you may have considered to have karmic connections to, where it was very harsh karmic lessons, very harsher connections that were in your life that were very painful for both of you to experience, maybe even more painful for you for some. But it's kind of like you're protected from them if they haven't fully learned their lesson, or if they're gonna try to come back into your life and not have the best intentions towards you, then you're protected from them. But also with forge, don't follow, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. It makes me think that maybe some of you are in a leadership position in your life right now, or you're kind of following your own path where you're doing something outside of the norm. And it seems like you're on a journey to truly unlocking your fullest and highest potential, is what I'm hearing. And a lot of people from your past don't want to see you reach your potential, don't want to see you reaching your happiest state or your nirvana, I'm hearing. So there's something about that, like some people from your past feeling a sense of entitlement and envy towards you, like, I should have the things that pile number 2 has. I should have the life that pile number 2 has. And I don't want to focus on this energy too much, but I just wanted to address it because it was very loud Okay? Moving on, the other people from your past. Some people from your past feel like you're MIA right now, feel like you're so mysterious right now, where you are sort of out of reach to them. And they're wondering what you're doing with your life right now, where you are at right now. Maybe you're somebody that has a private account on social media. Maybe you don't tell people your business. Or maybe you're just really private, like you're kind of moving in silence. And I feel as though those people that kind of like have a sense of intrigue and curiosity towards you are wondering about you and wondering what's going on behind the scenes, since you're not sharing much with the world about like how you're doing right now, if that makes sense. I'm hearing she doesn't want to hang out anymore. So you could have had certain people from friendship groups that you kind of left, where you kind of went on your own. And a lot of people from your ex friendship groups are wondering, regardless of your gender, why you don't hang out anymore. Because maybe some of you kind of went ghost on some people or cut people out of your life in silence. It doesn't just have to be ex friends, but just people you cut off in silence because maybe you already told them what they did wrong, or maybe what they did wrong to you was so obvious that why does it need an explanation? You know what I mean? Or maybe for some of you, it wasn't that they did anything wrong to you, but for most of you, I feel an energy of betrayal or something they did wrong to you. But for others of you, I feel some of you, not all, majority was like betrayal. Some of you, not all, are like you kind of just distanced yourself from them because you didn't feel like you vibed with them anymore or related to them anymore, or maybe you outgrew them. That's the other energy I feel. So I'd say from what I'm getting there, they're feeling confused about why you're not friends anymore or why you don't hang out anymore. Some people from your past feel like they relate to you so much more than before. Like, these are maybe people that you didn't really get a chance to form friendships with or close bond with. So, Spirit is showing me an example of, like when you have someone around that's just an acquaintance, but in that phase of your life, you weren't really drawn to becoming friends with that person. Nothing really sticked out about that person. And this could be multiple people from your past where, like I said, you weren't close to them and didn't really have like any sort of relatability to them. So nothing kind of clicked between the two of you. Nothing kind of came of a relationship. But now they're looking at you and who you are right now, and they feel like they relate more to you now than they did before. And they feel like maybe before they didn't see you as somebody they could be friends with, not because of anything wrong, but just because you kind of didn't relate to each other. But now they feel like they relate to you more. They feel like they kind of see a lot of themselves in you, and they see that you're so similar right now. So some people from your past that you weren't close with are considering maybe wanting to be your friend now. Okay. Some people from your past literally have their life going rock bottom, especially people that hurt you or betrayed you or did you wrong. They're getting a lot of karma right now, and their life is hitting rock bottom. Their life is going downhill. And this would only be people that really did you wrong, that really did you dirty. But I feel like other people from your past that never really did anything wrong to you, but you just had a lot of lessons you were learning together, kind of feel like, you know, maybe I didn't act in the best way back then, but I kind of feel like pile number 2 was a lesson to me. They helped me grow. I don't feel anything about them right now. I kind of feel neutral about them right now. But I'm grateful that they taught me this lesson. Even though maybe it was sad or hard in that moment, or it angered me in that moment to experience that lesson, or whatever it was with you, there was emotion attached to it before, an uncomfortable emotion, but now it's kind of like they feel neutral about it, but they're grateful for the life lesson that you taught them, even if it was difficult. So some people from your past just see you as a lesson, see you as somebody that came into their life to teach them something about themselves. And although it may have been hard, it was necessary, because they wouldn't be the person they are today without that lesson. So they're thankful for you. I feel like you are a mirror for a lot of people in your life, where you kind of mirror their own qualities back to them. And so you reflect things back to them, and you may have triggered a lot of people in your life because of that. And so there are some people in your past that have not grown, where you were a lesson to them, but they have not grown from it. And so they're still stuck experiencing those same lessons over and over again through different people, not through you. And I'm hearing those are the exact same people that haven't learned those lessons that are hating on you. So there's different people I'm picking up on here, different energies. If you can kind of like sense who I'm talking about, then, or put a name to a face I'm talking about, then, trust your intuition. But there's different people coming through here. So discern which is which. Some people from your past feel empathy for you for the things you went through in the past, where maybe they saw that you had a lot of tough challenges through life and they didn't realize you were going through so much at the time. But recently, they started to look back at, how you were as a person before in the past, and they realized that you were actually going through so much at that time they had knew you. And they just feel so much empathy for you and kind of like want to send you love from afar. These are people that have a love for you, or even if they weren't close to you, they just feel empathy for the things you went through. Um, but I also see some people now looking at your life story and where you're at today that know where you're at right now, and they see you as an inspiration to them. So that although there's haters from your past, there's also people that find you quite inspiring, and you didn't even have to be close to them, but they just see you as inspiring. They see you as like a leader, someone they look up to in some way. And I do see that some people you had beef with in the past are putting it to rest and kind of like trying to move on from it and focus on themselves. So, different people, different energies, different feelings. Keep that in mind. Don't comment that it's contradictory, because I'm channeling different people. Those people from your past that felt empathy or feel empathy towards the things you've gone through can see that you are starting to do a lot better right now. You seem a lot more at peace with your life right now. You seem to kind of like be okay with yourself, and it seems like you've really found yourself, like you've developed a deeper connection to yourself, more self-love, and they're really happy for you there. They're really happy that you're healing, that you're finding peace of your own right now, because they know how difficult your life was, and it's so inspiring to see you change your life around and not let your difficulties define you in a way. So that is what I'll say for those people in terms of how they feel about you right now. I'm going to go ahead and pull your tarot cards now. So I'm just getting out the tarot deck and I'm hearing that song. I think it's called Somebody I Used to Know. Like, it goes something along the lines of like, now you're a stranger or somebody I used to know. I can't remember how it goes exactly, but some people from your past feel like you're kind of like just a stranger to them right now. You were once so close, and some of them understand what happened, whereas some of them don't, and they're confused as to why you're not in each other's lives anymore, and they kind of feel like you were once so close, and it's just so weird that you're strangers to each other now. It's so weird how things change. So they're kind of like feeling strange about it, but I don't know how to exactly describe this feeling. It's like strange where I was once close to you. I knew everything about you. We went to each other's houses, whatever it is. But now it's kind of like maybe we pass each other on the street and we don't know each other, or I don't know what's happening in your life right now. And you're just a stranger to me right now. So it's kind of strange in that sense. Okay, we have the Four of Wands in the reverse. We have the Hanged Man. Some people are still in limbo about you from your past, especially if you left and walked away with no explanation or little explanation. Like I said, for those of you that experience betrayals from people from your past, why do I need to tell you what you did wrong to me? Because you know what you did wrong. I kind of feel that energy, but then they feel as though they're still in limbo. They don't know what happened. They're confused. They're like, do you get what I mean? I don't know how else to explain that feeling except confusion and limbo of like what changed between us, what shifted the energy between us. Now things have become weird. And they're thinking to themselves, I don't know what I did. I don't know if I made them angry. I don't know if I did something to upset them. But in your mind, you're like, you knew what you did. So I don't know. Yeah, weird energy, but that's what I see. Six of Swords. Then we have the Queen of Cups reversed. And we have the Four of Swords. We do have the Five of Pentacles at the back of the deck, and the Five of Wands reversed wants to come out. So I will say with Five of Wands reversed, some people from your past want to reconciliate with you or apologize to you if you had like conflict or a fight or a disagreement. They want to apologize to you and put that to rest with the Four of Swords, have peace again. Because I'm literally seeing an alien say, I come in peace, where they're kind of detached from their feelings of anger from the past, and now they want to put it to rest. But this is not everybody from your past. These are just people that have kind of like emotionally matured, if that makes sense, where they've learned to detach themselves from the conflicts of the past and the anger of the past, especially now that it doesn't matter to them anymore. Like now, more important things matter, because I feel like these were very emotionally immature people in the past, but now have kind of learned to not react to things so quickly or see other things as more important than conflicts and fights, you know what I mean? Maybe they realized, oh, I'm always having fights with people. Maybe I'm the drama. Maybe I'm the problem. Because I see that for some people from your past where they realize, whoa, I was the problem. And they kind of want to apologize. So some people from your past have changed, whereas some haven't. Some have grown, some have learned the life lessons, whereas some are still stuck in the same place. And I guess that's normal. Some people grow, some people don't. And that's just what I see in your pile. So I'm literally seeing the angel number 555, which is about change. And although we mentioned some people have changed, now I'm picking up on one individual person that is feeling very bitter towards you. That believes that you were the one in the wrong. That is putting all the blame on you. And I don't know what happened in your connection to this person, so I'm not gonna be biased about it, but it does take two to tango in a connection. And you see, this is the type of person Spirit is telling me that blames everything on everyone around them. This could be one or two or a few people in your life, but for most of you, it's like one person where this person blames everybody else except themselves. So this is the type of person that finds themselves to be the victim of every situation. And so they're looking at the things you went through in the past. And I don't know if I should say this because it is coming through as a message, but it's quite harsh. If you don't want to hear it, skip ahead a few seconds. But this person, if I had to be quite blunt and honest about how they don't feel sorry for you or for anything you went through in life because they believe that you hurt them. So that's kind of what I'm getting. That is so fucked up. Sorry for my language, but it is. Even if someone has done you wrong, it doesn't mean like you shouldn't feel bad for them or feel empathy if they go through something in life. You know what I mean? It's kind of like how Spirit is describing it to me is a effed up energy. Like, let's say you have harsh feelings towards someone and their mother passes and you had like a big fight with that person and they upset you, and then that person's like, oh, they deserved it. Like, that is such a nasty energy, and I don't want to focus on it anymore. It makes me mad. Calm down. I need to calm down. Okay, Four of Swords. Some people feel at peace with you and where you're at in life right now. Sometimes they even dream about you, some people from your past. As I'm looking at this woman sleeping here, it's reminding me of dreams and like, they'll just dream about you one day and they'll be like, oh my gosh, like pile number 2 from school or pile number 2 from Pilates class. Like, we haven't spoken in 10 years, but like, whoa, I just dreamt of them. I wonder if they're doing okay right now. Like, I'm seeing something along those lines, okay? From very far long ago where they sometimes dream about you, okay? But I will say a lot of your past friends or people you had very close, happy relationships to miss you now. Um, and these are like happy connections you had where you were always having fun together. You were always like just having the best time together. And maybe they're in a different phase of their life right now where they have to be serious and put their head down and focus on their goals. And so some of these people from your past that you were very close to and always had a good time with, no beef with, they feel like things have changed in their life now where they have to be more focused and diligent and they can't just have fun all the time. And so when they're in that very serious mode and they miss having fun, they miss, their social life, whatever it is, they just have so many responsibilities that it's hard to maintain their social life now. It's like they reminisce back to those moments they were having fun with you, and it makes them feel like they're kind of, I want to say, living through you and having that fun with you all over again by reminiscing on that memory. Even though they're not having fun right now, it kind of feels like they're living through that memory of you by having fun through that memory. I hope that makes sense. So that's what I see here. So this is all I have for you. This is how people from your past feel about you now. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this flower agate crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how do people from your past feel about you right now. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you find yourself resonating with these messages, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please find my email address in the description box below. So your card says Inner Earth with You'll Survive This, New Solutions and Beginnings. So as soon as I got to your pile and put your card down, I saw a vision of a game. So let me explain what I see here. Some people from your past perceive you as a type of person that has had a lot of challenging moments in life. You know when you play a game and you play it on hard mode or extreme hard mode, and the game is harder, but then when you eventually win, you feel even more accomplished because you didn't go through it the easy way. When you win an easy game, it's satisfying, but not that satisfying. But it seems like you've had a very hard life, hard upbringing, lots of challenges you went through. You lived life on hard mode, right? But it seems like you're winning at life right now, and it is so worth it at the end. I don't know if it's worth it for you, but this is how they're viewing it. It's so worth it at the end because you went through so many trials and tribulations, and now that you finally won and accomplished at life, it's like you truly won more than other people because your life was so much harder and you won the game of life. That's kind of how it's being shown to me in terms of how they're viewing you. I don't think this is everybody from your past, but this is majority of people from your past where they are silently supporting you on the sidelines. Happy for you, because it seems like you're really winning at life. That's what is being shown to me the whole time, like you winning at life. Spirit keeps showing me tokens like in games when you just like win and you're like, oh my gosh, I did it. Like I failed so many times, but I finally won. That's what keeps being shown to me. So that's how you're kind of being viewed, where they're supporting you silently on the sidelines, happy for you and happy how you've kind of like overcome a lot that was holding you back and holding you down. And it seems like you found new beginnings and you found solutions to a lot of the challenges you were going through. And it also seems like you've grown a lot tremendously. So I see them clapping for you. I see that in my mind, okay? So let's go ahead and pull the rest of your oracle cards, and then we'll focus on your tarot cards right after. It is 15:15 on the clock, so that could be a significant angel number for someone. Okay, so spirit guides of pile number 3. Spirit guides of pile number 3. How do people from their past feel about them right now? How do people from their past feel about them right now? Okay, so very interesting that we have a new Earth coming up next, which is exactly what I was speaking about. Like, you've really transformed your life around in the best possible way, and you kept holding that vision of, I'm going to push through. My life is going to get better. I've been going through so many challenges, but it is going to get better. I can see it. I can feel it. Even if people look at me as if I'm crazy, like, whatever, I don't care what they think. I'm going to make my life better. And even if it seems impossible, I'm going to do it and show everybody that it can be done. So it seems like your life has transformed for the better, from being extremely hard to maybe being extremely easy, or just from like being more courageous even. Okay, so we have the Seas of Mintaka with seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Then we have the Courageous Peony with multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. We have You Got the Love with Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. And one extra card with Double Mission, Lightworker Starseed, serve the world by being you. So I'm seeing Good Luck Charlie, that television show, and I kind of feel like people are seeing you step into your luck finally, where things are just much better for you than it was before. And you've really stepped into your potential that others saw for you. And people from your past thought, whoa, like, how did this person completely transform and change everything? I feel an emotion of inspiration coming from most people from your past because you were courageous enough to put yourself out there and follow your dream. Because now I'm seeing, I think it's from Tangled, where they're speaking about like having a dream in one of the songs. So it's like you followed your dreams and you were courageous, and it seems like this is part of your purpose. Or at least that's what people think from your past. Like, this is what you're meant to be doing. This is who you've always meant to become. And my sentence doesn't make sense, but I hope it makes sense. Like, this is who you've always were meant to become. And they just saw that potential and now you've stepped into it. And I'm seeing Tiana from Princess and the Frog, when she's working on her restaurant and everybody believes that it's too far-fetched, like it's not going to happen. But then she eventually does make it happen at the end and her dream comes true. So There's something about a dream coming true, a wish coming true of yours. And if this hasn't happened yet and you are moving towards this, then I could be picking up on a future energy of people from your past just really feeling inspired by you and what you've done, where they even look at themselves and how their life was easier than yours, but they are nowhere near where you are today. They have not transformed as much as you have today. And so maybe they lived their life on quote unquote easy mode, but they still didn't get that far in their own opinion. But looking at you and comparing themselves to you, not from a place of jealousy, but from a place of I'm really looking up to you and I'm inspired by you. And now you're inspiring me to have courage and go after my dreams, even if they feel far fetched. I'm going to do it because you did it. So if you do it, I can do it too. So that's kind of the feeling that's being brought to me here. Overall, I feel like that's the majority feeling I'm getting of people from your past. So I feel like even if you had certain people from your past that you may have disliked each other or had anger towards each other, whatever it is, like I just feel like majority of people from your past feel happy for you, feel love for you. So that's basically the energy I'm getting for now. If you did have people from your past you did fall out with, I do think that they're no longer feeling any sort of anger or resentment because I just see love here in this pile. Like, I don't see any harsh feelings of anger or jealousy or anything like that. Maybe sometimes people compare themselves to you, but like, I don't feel jealousy or envy or anger or any harsh negative emotion. I just feel love in this energy and like I'm so proud of you. That's what I feel in this energy. So, if you did have people from your past that you had those kind of situations with, I think they have let it go. I think they have kind of questioned why they felt that way initially and tried to kind of work through it. And now they're leaving the past in the past because it already happened. We can't change the past, but there's no point being stuck on the past. So I'd say a lot of people from your past aren't necessarily trying to stay stuck on the past or past emotions or past events. And a lot of them just feel love for you. Even if you had a hard relationship with that person, they still have love for you. Confirmation with the notification. And you had a lot of patience with whatever you were working on, and you kept going. You didn't give up. You kept going towards that goal. So, yeah, there's mainly an energy of inspiration here. And what else am I getting here, Spirit? You've rarely come out of your shell. People perceive it as you've had a glow up or your life just got so much more interesting. Like, it just seems like maybe you were a late bloomer, is what I'm hearing. It doesn't necessarily have to be physically. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be with looks per se, but like, you were a late bloomer. Your life got better maybe after your 20s or 30s or 40s, whatever it is. Like, your life started to get better the more you age. And it seems like you've really come out of your shell right now. You're in your peak moment right now, is what I'm hearing. So that's kind of how they're feeling about you. Like, they're looking at you like, wow, I didn't expect pile number 3 to overcome all these difficulties. I saw their potential before, and I'm not surprised that they reached this, but I am kind of shocked. If that makes sense. Like, they're feeling like I'm not surprised because I did see their potential, but I'm also shocked at the same time. So you have shocked a lot of people from your past by really following your dreams and not giving up. I'm hearing from Spirit a lot of people from your past have a lot of positive things to say about you behind your back. I'm seeing sweets in my mind, so maybe they say that you're so sweet, or they feel sweet feelings about you, if that makes sense. Okay, I see some people from your past perceive it as you took a completely different step or decision making process in them. They see it as you took the risk, you put yourself out there, you took a leap of faith, you had courage to put yourself out there and go do what you dreamed of. Whereas some people from your past see it as I took the safe route because spirit is showing me, somebody put on their seatbelt and it's like focusing on the safe route. So focusing on the safe route. Maybe I do a job I don't really want to do, because it's a safe route. It makes a lot of money. Maybe I want to go do this. I have this dream, but I'm not following it because I'm taking the safe route. Maybe I marry this man because it's a safe route. He has security. But then I see you having real love over here. It's kind of like a lot of people from your past took the safe route where they don't exactly fully feel fulfilled with their life. They feel like if they would have done things differently, maybe they would have gone the courageous path like you had. But they feel like it's too late right now. And I don't think any time's too late, but they feel like it's too late right now. Like some of these people already have kids, already have family, already have been like in this career for years. So they kind of feel like they're a little bit too old to kind of pursue their dreams right now. But it kind of just feels like they're looking at you like, whoa, you you are the proof that that we don't always have to take the safe route. And maybe if I was smarter, I would have done what you did too. If I saw that evidence back then maybe that would have changed my mind to actually take a different route, and my life would have looked so much different if I was like doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I see from spirit. So I see some of them living through you in a way where they get to experience fulfilling their dreams through living through you. I don't know what that means, if that means like through social media or like just through thinking what it would be like if they had gone your route. But it feels like they're feeling very sappy and happy about, you being that little proof that, we can make our dreams come true and we can do something different from what the world says. You get what I mean? Like this from the safe and secure route, like we can actually take a risk and have it turn in our favor. So I feel like some of these people from your past look at it as you didn't have anything to lose because your life was already hard enough as it is. So you didn't have anything to lose, but maybe they had something to lose. So they were kind of scared to take that risk. So I see them kind of comparing themselves to you, but not from a place of insecurity, but just like, I wonder if I had created it like them, what would my life look like right now? So that's the energy I see. And I'm hearing you have everything you've ever wanted in life right now. And if you're not there yet, then again, this could be a future energy I'm picking up on. I feel like a lot of people from your past see you as so badass. Okay, that's what I'm hearing in my mind. Okay, how do people from pile number three's past feel about them now? They feel like you've really bloomed. Like I keep seeing you open up like a flower. And it's funny that I chose the flower agate and we have flowers here, and I keep seeing you open up like a flower, like you're in your blooming era. I'm hearing we have 10 of Pentacles. We have the Page of Cups, and I keep hearing in my mind, it's too late, it's too late, it's too late. So what I was speaking about before, the people that took the safe route, they feel like it's too late right now to change their decision and go back. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Swords reversed. And we have the Lovers. So the Lovers, to me, in this case, is decision making. A lot of people from your past feel like you rarely made good decisions for your life overall, and they can see how those good decisions you made turned out for the better in your life, okay? Some people from your past are in very unhealthy, toxic relationships right now. For example, let's say they're married to a person that cheats on them, that disrespects them, or they're dating a person where they're in a very toxic relationship, but they see you being in a healthy relationship. I keep seeing an energy of comparison here. I don't think that's a feeling, comparison, but I see them keeping on like comparing themselves to you and wishing they made decisions like you had, because I keep hearing it's too late. Like, I already chose this partner. It wasn't a good choice for me. If I could go back, I would change my choice. But maybe I'm already married to this person right now. Maybe I already have kids with this person right now, and I can't go back on that choice, or at least that's just their perspective. And it is 333 on the clock right now. So Spirit is saying you are kind of like a poster for them to show them that it's not too late, even though they think it is, that it's not too late for growth or change or to make a new decision. Because even if we made previous decisions that we don't necessarily agree with right now, it's not too late to make a change. That's what I see here. So, there's something about your relationship right now that is very significant to people from your past. So, if you are in a romantic connection right now, people see it as like, you and this person really love each other. You two seem like you were meant to be. You seem like the perfect fit for each other, because I'm seeing two puzzle pieces that fit perfectly together. So, they feel like your love life looks so cute and adorable from the outside perspective. Some people from your past, where you're no longer in contact with them anymore, still feel like they have love for you, and they'll always have love for you forever, even if you do not cross paths again. Um, and they had deep feelings for you. Like, even if this was like a friend, deep feelings of love, platonic love for you, whatever it is, like, I see a lot of people from your past still have love for you, even if you're not in their life anymore. Maybe some of those feelings have sort of dissipated, because Spirit is showing me, like when water evaporates, when we have a puddle, and then it kind of dissipates into the air as time goes by. They're not seeing you anymore, so they're not like as in touch with that depth of those feelings anymore. But when they do think back to you and reminisce on that, they do feel those feelings flood to the surface all over again. So I'd say it's deep within their heart space, at the corners of their heart space, that love they have for you, if I had to explain it like this. It's deep within the corners, but when they kind of like reminisce back to you, because it's out of sight, out of mind, they're not thinking about you too much, but because you're not seeing each other anymore, you're not in each other's lives anymore, it's out of sight, out of mind. But when they think back to you and reminisce on you, it's like all those feelings from the sides of the heart come up to the surface and fill up their whole heart with joy. That's how it's being shown to me by Spirit, visually through the heart. Okay? I feel like a lot of people just see it as you're doing really well right now, especially within your career and your finances and your accomplishments. They feel like you've accomplished a lot. And yeah, that's just the gist of what I'm seeing. Some of them would even love to work with you or collaborate with you on something, um, or even just to ask you for advice on how you got there, on how you never gave up, on how you, stayed so persistent, so that they can also be like you, because they look up to you. So this is what I have for you. This is how people from the past feel about you right now. We didn't get that much feelings in this pile, but I think the gist of it was inspiration. Okay, so I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.